Hello everyone, Musto0063 back again, and I'm in a slightly better mood since I've finally got rid of that stupid droppy screen, and I'm going to say one thing, I never want to even speak of it again. My death counter when I first entered that room was 4,258. It is now 9,072. I therefore experienced 4,814 deaths on that one damn screen. More than the entire rest of the game getting to it. Gee flipping whiz. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Let's kick off with I want to be the sadist. Well, let's see if we can actually kick off without dying immediately. Right. This screen, well, as with pretty much any screen, to be perfectly honest, coming immediately after the droppy nonsense, serves as a breather. But this one probably in particular serves as a breather. It's one of the easier ones in stage 6, or I certainly hope it turns out that way anyway. We shall see. I missed my chance to get through the spikes there, so now I'm a bit stuffed. In fact, I know for certain I'm going to die now because I'm going to time it wrong. But yeah, this opening bit, I kind of kick off at a particular. I have a kind of time set for when I know I want to move, etc., and when to jump through the kind of gaps and everything like that. So I actually approach the spike jump, the one where they you can see them kind of moving from side to side at an appropriate time, so that I know I can then make it through. We are dealing with water physics here, or at least infinite double jumps or whatever, so that's something as well. Obviously I'm not sure this screen will actually be clearable without it, but yeah, that physics or that mechanic is in place. But getting through these little shots is not too bad. I kind of spent a little bit of time at the beginning setting myself up. Whoa! Forward that. Come on, see if I can do this first go. Yeah, baby! I remember to shoot the save because now I'm getting rid of the stupid other screen, which I'm not going to mention its name. I'm not going to give it the satisfaction of mentioning its name. But yeah, get used to the fact that you now have to get back to shooting your saves. But yeah, the shots are yeah, you can kind of weave in between, and yeah, I arrive at that little spike section where they're going left and right at a specific point in time so that I know I can get through. So, yeah, that didn't take too long, did it? Watch out, by the way, for a trigger right when you get through that bit. And of course, this little bit here, which I'll go back up and hover around it, that is really actually quite tricky. But first going that, I'm quite pleased with myself. So, let's move on. And, well, mess up quite... No, come on, don't die on that. Okay, I was thinking... I thought previously I've been able to kind of rush this section and not have to wait, but... okay, I guess really why bother when I can just do it like that. This is probably about the tricky bit in getting through the next save. You've got to kind of get between the shot... the pellet shot and also the actual thing that's looks like a face. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is that's actually shooting. So that can be, well, that certainly is the tricky bit in terms of getting to the next save anyway. There will be some triggers that fly at me afterwards, and I can't remember exactly how they work, but I'm sure after a couple of times of doing it, I'll kind of get the hang of it. Yeah, that bit is the tricky bit. That spike there that kind of reappears every so often is nothing to worry about. You've obviously got a little area there to jump through, so that's nothing too much to worry about, yeah. Ah, come on. Yep. Oh, yeah, okay, that's how they trigger. Now that I know that, or I hopefully should be okay next time we get there. Goody. I told you the screen was putting me a breather, didn't I? I know we're not out of it just yet, but... this little bit was obviously... It's a little bit of spike weaving, as you can see, and also having to worry about these shots, although they're not pellet shots, but they're not the main concern. The main concern is this little area here, and the jump down, which, again, with water physics, is really more awkward than you think it might be. You also have to kind of employ this little, well, you don't have to, I suppose, but this kind of little trick that I try to employ. I can't remember when it was now, so far long back. No, was it on this? I can't remember whether it was a stage 5 or stage 6 screen. I think it was a stage 6 screen. I think it was It might have actually been only maybe about 3 or 4 screens ago, but yeah, I can't even remember the name of the damn thing. I can't remember what it was, but I remember. I'm sure you will. It was kind of this one where you had lots of these little in between spikes jumps where you just kind of like hovered around and infinitely double jumped in order to give yourself a bit of time to set yourself for the next jump. Come on, shouldn't be getting hit on. I shouldn't really be getting hit until well after this point, to be perfectly honest. I definitely should not be getting hit to the shots. Again. Yeah, I should be getting to this point pretty much every time. So now, having got through that, this is probably about the last, to be honest, tricky part of the thing. And yeah, I say I probably prefer that jump if it didn't even have, well, obviously it would have to have forward physics because there's obviously or infinite double jump mechanism somewhere along the line because obviously you wouldn't be able to make it through otherwise. But in all honesty, I would prefer this. I would prefer that jump if I were on the ground and didn't have any, and just had normal physics or mechanics kind of in play. The bit where you've got to drop down through that is, yeah, a lot trickier than it would look, even to me, in order to yeah, make it through that. But I can't at the moment anyway complain about the progress on this stage. It's gone by reasonably quickly. I was optimistic it would. Frankly, any screen that comes after the nightmare of the previous screen, which I will not, whose name I will not mention. But yeah, pretty much anything would have served as a breather. Damn it! I was really quite good at that. Whatever the name of the screen was, where I was doing those jumps. I almost want to say I want to be the destination, but I don't think that was it. But yeah, whatever the hell it was called, I was actually doing a pretty good job of that. That. Oh, come on. When I get to it, I'll point out exactly which type of jump I mean. I'm sure you will know, but this is not going well now. Oh, come on. Yeah, this kind of one here. Doing a good job of that before, not so much now. Damn it, I hate that jump. Yes, come on, don't mess this up. What? No words on the planet can do justice to that. All you really need to do there is just have some decent timing and don't walk straight into the thing that's firing the pellets off. I honestly didn't think I was going to touch it, but what? How did that kill me? Yeah, that's probably one of the clumsiest deaths that I certainly hope to have in this Let's Play. Damn it! Now I've got to make that bloody jump again. I made that, and I did make the final little bit first go on my first playthrough. So that's extremely disappointing to have got hit by it. Disappointing, in fact, does not cover it. No. My timing's now just completely shot to pieces. Come on, I did such a good job with that type of jump before. I'm just kind of, in my mind at least anyway, thinking about what's coming up next, and that's, well, not as bad as the previous screen, but again, I kind of another step up in difficulty from this one, and with more really awkward mechanics in play as well. Damn it! I wish I kind of knew a good technique, to be honest, for trying to make this downward jump or whatever. I feel like I fail it enough that I should. Ah, there we go. Right, come on, don't mess up this time. Let's get a little bit closer, but not. Yes, there we go. That wasn't too bad, was it? Right, catastrophe screen, and the physics to this, well, at least to this bit anyway, are that as soon as you touch this little, I don't know whether it's pink or grey or whatever colour it is. My colour recognition, eyesight, whatever, is not all that great. But basically, you're moving a lot faster than you do normally. In fact, you'd have to in order to be able to make this first jump. So this is actually the screen that prompted me to put up my just Kamilia help me video, since I had I got stuck. I spent about 3 hours trying to clear a specific part of it. Hadn't got it after 3 hours of trying, etc. Thought that possibly there was something again related to pixel alignment or whatever, or that I just didn't understand what was going on. So yeah, I posted the video, and I'm very much appreciated the assistance from Meta Knight Kirby 2, who informed me how I needed to make the jump. It's not this first one, by the way. I'll maybe talk about it when I get up to it, but yeah, suffice to say, I thought this was indeed the screen that that was going to end my playing of this game. But the speed physics here are really awkward. Let me just put it that way. Again, I hope I'm not going back to employing a wrong technique, but as far as I'm aware, the only way I can possibly see that you could do this is to single jump, make your first jump in between the second and third spikes on the floor, and then quickly move off to the right to complete the jump. Whoops. I suspect it might well be possible actually to make your single jump in between the third and the fourth, third and the fourth spikes, but that's to me more tricky. So yeah, I tended to have gone with this, or this certainly was how I completed this first go through, but there's so little room here, what with the spikes on the ceiling. Whoops. The extra speed physics or whatever are just as off-putting as they are in the symmetry room or the I want to be the locus room or whatever. So yeah, I would have hoped that I would have made this jump at least once by now, but clearly not. So again, I don't actually know whether I should be stopping in between trying to make this jump, or whether I should just try and do it all in one fluid motion. So again, I could be employing the completely wrong technique here. I don't know. But whatever I'm doing at the moment, I'm not doing all that well. Come on. I feel like this actually, to be honest, is the most difficult. Now that I know the trick to the other part of the screen that gave me the most trouble before, I actually feel like this bit here is the if I can get to the first save, the rest will be. I'm not going to again say no problem, but yeah, for my money now, this getting to the first save is the trickiest. And I say I've not made this first jump once yet. I don't know how long I've been going. Somewhere in the region of 4 or 5 minutes it feels like. Come on, I would like to at least have got this jump once before I have to resort to cutting. I believe I'm going to have to resort to cutting unless I pretty much clear it the first time after I get to make this jump. But yeah, I cannot get anywhere near it at the moment. Two in a row, so close to 3, not in a row, obviously, but that feels there. That I've done that enough goes now in reasonably quick succession that feels like that's what you should do. But obviously, just got to be that tiny bit further over to the right. Jesus Christ, almost 10,000 deaths, and I'm not joking, that was the first time I actually made that jump, and I did it by another method. And thank Christ I've done the rest first go! Oh my God, bloody hell, Jesus. Right, let's move on. I can't believe how freaking many goes that took to just get one go. That was seriously, I'm not joking. That was the first time that I got through that set of 5 spikes. And yeah, I ended up doing it a different way to how I'd done it before. But anyway, let's move on. This was indeed the section that I put my help video up for. And it was to the final jump before the save in it. Basically, I played this for about 3 hours. And hadn't got it once. It looked like almost every time I should have made the jump, I just didn't quite get there. So I was wondering what on earth I was doing wrong. So like that, for instance, that looked pretty damn close, didn't it? But apparently, what I was doing wrong was I was hitting my head on the ceiling. So I tried, believe me, after a couple of hours playing this or whatever, I had a look at some other people's videos of this, etc., to try and see how on earth they made the jump, and I swear that it looked like every time they did it, that they'd hit their head on the ceiling. So that's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do that before, to be honest, as well, but I kept doing it that way, and that was how I believed you had to do it. So having come up with that belief, I then felt, well, okay, is there some stupid pixel alignment thing going on here? So, for instance, should I be hugging this left-hand wall here? Should I now be hurtling back into this wall, etc., to try and make the jump? And absolutely nothing worked. So, yeah. So, yeah, I am indebted to Meta Knight Kirby 2, who informed me that what I should do in order to make this jump is, which is it is very difficult to tell because of the physics, just completely screws with your perception and whatever, is not hit your head on the ceiling when trying to make this jump. And well, that advice not only would have applied and been extraordinarily helpful early on to this jump, but at other points in the game, and probably lots of other I Want to Be games as well. So I'm thinking in particular now to the final, or pretty much the final jump in that Rainbow Miku screen. I'm also thinking back to the jump in I Want to Be the GB, where the floor isn't really there and you have to loop round. So yeah, knowing that little trick has not only helped me with that jump, but other jumps in this game in terms of my Let's Play, or my Let's Play. I didn't Let's Play the first one, obviously, or indeed any other future games that I would play. So yeah, thank you, Meta Knight Kirby 2. There's proof of how that jump's done. So now the feet go completely the opposite direction. So now we're left with the slowdown. So or the kid being very heavy. Let me put it that way. So the jump is kind of really kind of all. Well, yeah, you feel like you've got a weight. It feels like the kid's got being weighted down. And funnily enough, this very first jump is probably one of the trickier bits in this section. It's the weighing down bit. Weight is extraordinarily off-putting. It's also a cliff jump that you have to make as well. So, yeah, you drop like a stone basically, and getting in between here. I'm not even sure whether I prefer it at the kind of like the double speed in order to try and get through this jump. But normal speed, I think it would generally be fine. But yeah, I do not like this jump with the slow down mechanics. You almost need to kind of you just need to kind of almost catch yourself when you make progress, and just kind of hold back from what you ordinarily expect to do, which is hard to rein yourself in and not do. that drop actually is a giant pain in the neck. I'm certainly hoping it's not bugger as bad as the first section, because the first section was just unbelievable. And well, thank Christ that I made that. I made the rest of it first go, because I don't know how many deaths that was. It felt like about at least 1,000-ish. Damn. So, given that I'd made that jump, 1 in 1,000 times, I did not particularly want to have to spend another 1,000 goes, by law of averages, trying to do it again. Come on now. Yes! Yes! Frick! No! And that's comparatively the easy bit as well. Ah, that's irritating. At least you seem to get that far. That's yeah, that was dumb. I was almost, to be honest, I felt like I was rushing that as I was speaking. I almost felt like I wanted to get the sentence out or something before I cleared that area. I don't know why. I don't know why I would have even thought about doing that. It's just, that was just really stupid of me, really. Cliff jumps with this slow mechanic. God damn, same spike as well. And I took my time that go as well. Or more so, anyway. Bugger! Yeah, cliff jumps and the weighted kid being weighted down do not mix nicely. God. And believe me, that drop down thing there, you'd think, flip it! You'd think that's pretty straightforward. Well, maybe it is for you. I don't know. Maybe it is, or it would be if you tried it. But I do not find it straightforward. I'm happy enough, I believe, with my kind of progress, at least in pulling off this first jump, a good proportion of the time now. Having said that, I will of course have jinxed myself now for the next hour. But oh, and I didn't even notice we passed the 10,000 death mark, so yay! I presume it was, well, I certainly died more than 40 times on this bit, so I presume it was, yeah, it was definitely, God! Definitely while attempting this section. 10,000 at this point in time, that's not too bad. And so, in fact, you take out that one stupid room whose name I still refuse to mention, which had contributed to practically half of those deaths. Yay! Take out that one room, and otherwise I'd be doing a bloody good job. I still think I've done a pretty good job, if I don't say so myself. Right, last little bit, and I'm going to have to go quite quickly, but the speed mechanics are also back as well. So, whoops, if I can get up there. Yeah, you get chased by a spike, and you also have to do rather well in order to just feather a jump past that bit so you don't jump off screen. If I jump up, I'll demonstrate it once, why not, provided the spike doesn't get me first. It has, let me do that a bit quicker. There, spike clear didn't get me, the ceiling did, or going off screen did, so you have to really feather a jump over those 3 spikes, like that, and then pull off a really quite bizarre jump at the end of it all. But yeah, we're past the, well, I certainly hope so anyway, we should be, damn it, past the worst of this screen. Well, we're at the final bit, so jump please, would be nice. Why do I keep dying to that spike? No, too high. I can practically instantly tell as well. So the second I've made this jump, I can tell whether or not I've pressed the button too hard or not. Damn it! Yes! I want to be the popularity. We are 2 screens away from, in theory, the last part of the stages of, or the last part of the level bits of stage 6. In theory, anyway. In my opinion, we're not, but let's just assume we are. This screen gave me an awful lot of trouble, actually, first go round, despite the fact there are no triggers or anything. It's just a series of intricate jumps. But yeah, gave me far more trouble than I would ideally have liked on the first playthrough. The VVVVVV, or whatever. Music. Somewhat calming because I love that game. I love the music in that game. And yeah, it's nice to listen to here. Or whatever, or a remixed version of whatever the title of this is from VVV. I don't know the name of this this particular piece of music from VVV. They're all pretty good, but I like the remix to this as well. So this jump here, actually, I remember giving me probably a lot. Not that spike, please. This one. Probably because I was either just, well, I don't know really, to be honest. I think I was kind of not getting my double jump off the edge of the screen. But now that jump there that I just died on is a pain in the neck. But yeah, this in between one, I think I've a massive proportion of the time, and far more than I would like, I was just kind of like losing my double jump off the edge of the screen. I was just being so far over to the right here that yeah, I was just kind of single jumping, and of course once you do that you've got no chance whatsoever of making it. That's not really how I want to be dying. Not that I want to be dying at all, but yeah, there we are. That was a prime example. This first little bit is no gimme either, really. It's a bit like the opening of stage 2 of Boshi, but slightly more intricate, if I'm being honest. Slightly shorter than that little start to the Kirby world of Boshi, but yeah, there we go with the being on the right hand side for the double jump. You do feel, or I certainly do anyway, that you do need to kind of be on the edge of a lot of the blocks on this one in order to make some of the jumps. So that's why probably this screen more so than any other, my proportion of times where I kind of lost my double jump was, you know, felt a lot higher than perhaps it should be. But yeah, I do find that you need to be, you know, right on the edges of the blocks really in order to make some of these maneuvers. Ah, come on! Anyway, this one, well, I don't know. The Catastrophe one didn't go especially well, or at least, well, it didn't for the first part. Anyway, no! Okay, let's try it again. Let's not at least die. I mean, I suppose one good thing there, I suppose, although it doesn't really make much difference because you might as well have to restart the whole damn thing, is that if you do mess up that jump, you can obviously fall down to this area on the right hand side, but yeah, so frankly it's pretty near the start that you might as well have died. It's one of those, again, round kind of house jumps, etc., where you have to, again, not hit your head when trying to make the jump up, and of course it's made all that more difficult by the fact that there is a spike right on the right hand edge of the platform, which means you have to loop round. That jump there is a little bit of a pain as well. You obviously have to single jump in between the two spikes on the floor and double jump past the rest. The background, by the way, I have on occasion found to be slightly off-putting. It bears no resemblance whatsoever to the stage or anything. Obviously, it's just for background. But there have been the odd occasions where I've, for whatever reason, got distracted by it, and yeah, just thought for some stupid reason that I needed to avoid it, or got just the little lights. Taking my eye off the ball on what's going on the screen. I don't know, but yeah, I don't imagine that should happen anymore, because I'm well trained myself that shouldn't happen. But yeah, it did previously. That's a bugger, that jump. I was doing quite well at it before, not so great anymore. This, of course, is another one of the screens whereby you have to clear it all in one go. It's once you kind of obviously, I mean, on any successful run, you'll obviously find that you pretty much complete it in about 15-20 seconds, if not shorter. Yeah, it's obviously a complete all of the screen in one go type of deal, rather than there being any saves in between. So I'm not quite sure which type of screen I actually prefer, really. I mean, it probably just depends on the mechanics or the specific jumps in the screen, to be honest, as to what is going to piss me off or not. I remember the Crimson screen just being an absolute bastard for me, and that was a complete all-in-one-go thing. A lot harder than this one, by the way, because you have to complete that. You have to go through that screen twice, thanks to the trigger that forces you to drop all the way down to the bottom again. So thankfully there's nothing like that in this screen. What? So yeah, I don't quite know what I prefer. It's really, I guess, probably is dependent on just the rest of the screen itself, in terms of the manoeuvres you have to pull off and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, I kind of balk a little bit when you see that there's only one save per screen. Sometimes it's nice to see that there's God damn, why? Shouldn't be anywhere near the bloody right-hand edge of that spike. There's tons of room there. Yeah, it's not like I do sometimes balk when there's only one save on screen, and you get the feeling, oh god, I've got to do the whole damn lot. But just because there are a bunch of saves everywhere else doesn't... Oh no! Doesn't necessarily make for an easy screen. Screwing up on the last jump of any screen is not conducive to a good mood. I actually messed up a bit there. For some reason, well, actually no, I did try. I just was too late in doing so. But you cannot make, or I don't believe you can anyway, that kind of flip final jump in one go. You do have to pull off another one of those, a bit like this jump here, in that final, God's sake, in that very final bit in the top left-hand corner. But I was too late with my jump, and I think I was too far over the right-hand side anyway, that I was not positioned where I needed to be. So, god damn. I think, to be honest, if you took out the spike on the right-hand edge of the kind of like the middle platform, so yeah, the very right-hand spike here. Damn it! I think this screen would be pretty much no problem. That's the one spike probably of the entire set that, if you asked me, I would remove from the screen. Not one of the ones on the left-hand side of that platform. No, it would be the one on the right-hand side, because I do not especially like the roundhouse jump to get up to the top ledge. There are some spikes in this screen that you really do just want to smack yourself in about the head for hitting. Unfortunately, those ones are not one of them. The one I died to just a moment ago would have been. That's also one! But you can guess exactly what happened there, can't you? I was so conscious of not dying to that same spike that was jutting out from the left-hand... That's another one, by the way. That I was, jutting out from the left-hand wall, that I jumped just slightly shorter, and didn't have enough height to be able to make the jump to the platform. And again... That's a bit better. No! Oh, I hate that jump. See what I mean about that spike? I got through pretty much 3 times to make that jump that time, so if that, damn it, if that's not evidence enough that that is the one that's causing the most problems, then I don't know what is. The bit right at the top is, I suppose, compared to the rest, not too terribly bad, but yeah, it's getting up there. In the first, that was so bad of a jump, it's not even true. It's yeah, getting up to the highest ledge in the first place, which is the problem. And it's at this point in time that I'm really starting to wish I hadn't buggered up on the very final manoeuvre. That being said, the screen itself is short enough, and there's nothing that's like, you know, like a jump I'll make 1 in 1,000 times or something, like the screen whose name I shall not mention, or indeed the that, oh, for God's sake, that first part of the catastrophe screen. So I don't get all that frustrated with this one, because, as I say, I'm confident enough that, you know, this will go down eventually. There's some of the screens you just kind of think, oh, there's so many deaths that, you know, you're almost never going to do it again, and just think, well, how the hell does this work? But there's nothing really here that's where it's unobvious exactly what you do. So I am. I'll give this a couple more goes, and then unfortunately, I think regrettably, I'll have to resort to cutting on this. So I think I've talked enough about on this screen, or certainly as much as I can think of in terms of what I wanted to say about this screen. Bugger! Yeah, that's also a problem. You're so nervous that you don't make it, that you hold left too much and you end up hitting yourself on that spike as well. So, yeah, I think the recording, actually, this has gone on a considerable amount of time as well. So, yeah, I think I'm going to... yeah, well, you'll see me when I get up to the top ledge again, and we'll continue on from there. Well, that didn't take that long, did it? Oh, you're joking! Oh, for the love of God! For the love of God, why? Why? Right, let's not be so idiotic this time. Well, not quite as idiotic, but not great either. Just about avoided walking into that spike. Right, now, before I set myself up to completely screw up on my last jump, what I didn't talk about was the little mechanic here that you go through, obviously, to the side of the screen here, which is a nice little touch. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd mention that just in case I happen to pull it off this go. Of course I'm not going to, though. So, yay, I've said my piece. That's probably about the last you're going to hear from me about this screen. The next time you'll see, next time I'm back, you will see the well. If I screw up on the final jump again, you'll see that. But other than that, it will be the successful run. There. God damn it! If any of you think this screen's taking a long time, then yeah, I think it is. But this is harder than it looks, I promise you. Great. Why am I screwing up this final jump? Oh, why? Oh, come on, I even did that twice! Couldn't that have had a happy ending? Oh, bloody hell. Finally. God, you know what's annoying about that screen? It looks like nothing. It looks like it doesn't even belong in stage 6. Believe me, it's not nothing. I look at that screen. Give me a screenshot of that, you know, at the beginning, and I just think, there's nothing to it. I can do that easily. But yeah, oh, the fact that it looks so easy just annoys you. Ugh. Anyway, recording has been going on. Well, you won't notice that because there'll be a whole raft of that was cut out. But yeah, it has for me. So yeah, I'm going to take a very quick pause there, and hopefully, I'll be back to beat what will be the final screen before a boss. Right, final screen of stage 6. Well, in theory, anyway. I want to be the love trap, and this is a particularly irritating one as well. Aren't they all in stage 6? Well, maybe not all of them. Just to demonstrate, by the way, there are invisible walls or whatever around the save, so yeah, in case you were wondering why, well, I hadn't got very far before I even tried, but yeah, in case you were wondering, you cannot save from a particular distance away. I'm timing that all completely wrong, that's a bit better. Right, the difficulty in this room is not in getting to, for instance, the first save, but then thereafter. So I'm just going to try and bugger around here a bit actually and see if I can. So I like to be able to start. I like to be able to start off the next bit from. No, not quite. That should do it. No, really? Ah, if this takes much longer, then I'll. Ah, there we go. Right. Right. The gimmick here is you need to hit these. These switches in order to take away some of the spikes that are blocking. That are blocking your path. So, oh come on! I should be able to. I ideally want to be able to just go straight to the left-hand side. It's still not quite right here. No. There we go. Yes, there we go. Right. Should be set now. Right. So yeah, the red switches take away some of the. That was dreadful. Take away some of the spikes. So the one I've hit up in the top left-hand corner gets rid of the ones in the top right-hand corner. Sorry, the switch I've hit in the top left-hand corner gets rid of the spikes in the top right-hand corner. It's a little bit difficult to see. If I die here, I might actually. Yeah, I'll wait till the blooming thing in the top right corner's gone away to demonstrate there. So, yeah, first off you need to go up to the top left in order to hit that switch, in order to get rid of the spikes in the top right hand corner. You'll now see that there is a switch in the top right hand corner that I need to hit, and that will get rid of the spikes in the bottom left hand corner. And yeah, it's definitely getting to the next save from this point in time, which is the problem. Getting to the first save was no real problem, but yeah, getting to the next one from here is a problem. And the reason being that you're obviously going now against the direction of the spikes. So going with them is no problem whatsoever. Going against the flow is a pain in the neck. And the only really good strategy, well, I mean, I suppose it's fairly obvious, but I kind of like to almost rush this, to be perfectly honest. If I kind of find like I'm taking my time, then I kind of like lose a rhythm for it. So I kind of jump and move, and then jump and move, and jump and move. So there we are. That's kind of roughly how this is all kind of working. Similar thing on this side. Jump and move. Damn it. So yeah, if I actually hang around, I find that I just completely lose the rhythm. I need to get off to a start. That would help. But yeah, this is very tricky, very intricate, and in case you were wondering, and I'll maybe, well, I don't know if I'll try and prove the point. But actually, I'll prove the point now. If you get past this bit and you think you can get back even to the middle, to what the hell am I doing? To where that save is, you think, yeah, you've reached a checkpoint, or the next one, a checkpoint or whatever, and you can hit that save and just move on. There is absolutely no point whatsoever to hitting the save in the middle of the screen. when you get down to that point. In fact, I might demonstrate if I get to that point. I'm really hoping I don't die in terms of getting to the next save, because I should be going against the flow of spikes on the bottom, if you've had a look at the bottom edge of the screen. But yeah, you will, if you save in the middle and you die en route to getting back to the bottom. Come on now. Yes, right. So let me stop here and actually point it out. So yeah, if I saved, I can't save here obviously, but if I saved once I got back to the middle and died, then the spike at the top right-hand corner, whereby I need to hit the switch in order to get rid of the spikes at the bottom left-hand corner, would be back. So I'd need to go back up to the top left-hand corner anyway. So yeah, there is absolutely no point to saving because I'd have to go back up to the top left-hand corner. Now, can I time this? Yes, right. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna even bother hitting a save because now I've gone past it. I can't be bothered going backwards. So I would have done actually, but since I forgot, I'm not going to now. So once you make it through, don't forget to hit this switch, or you'll get over to the right-hand side and find that you need to get all the way back. So yeah, here's hoping that I don't screw this up because I'm going with the flow of the spikes. So, oh my god, that was so close. One more. Yes, yes, yes. Final save. Hit the final switch and the teleporter at the top of the screen, or in the middle of the screen, sorry, now appears. And obviously that's where we've got to go. And that will clear Stage 6's levels, in theory anyway. But getting to it is a pain in the neck. This little bit here I'd probably call, even though it necessarily doesn't look like it, I'd probably call slightly more difficult than the top section where you're going against the flow. You just basically need to time a jump almost immediately after the spike has kind of got out of your way, in moving to the right, and drop down, you know, very quickly. So these ones actually aren't too bad, although they still are annoying. But the final jump actually of the screen is more irritating, because if you care to look over there, you'll see that the spike, when it's kind of first spawns in, appears right up close next to the spike on the floor. So it gives you actually the final jump less time to get by than these other ones. But since I can't even make it to the middle at this point in time, who cares about the last jump, because it's going to take me forever to get there. But yeah, thankfully, as soon as I got back to the middle from the top left, I didn't die. Okay, good, I got to the middle now. I didn't die in getting down to the bottom right, because that would be irritating. Bugger! Oh well, I got 4. I got 4 jumps the way along. It's that was about as bad as it could have been, really. It's really quite deceptive, potentially, you know, when you need to move here, and kind of, you know, it's A, in terms of setting off for your jump, and B, in terms of kind of moving off to the left. What I think you probably need to do is kind of jump and hit your head, and then once you've done that, kind of move very quickly to the left after that point in time, a bit like I've done here now. Here we go. Yes! Come on now! Oh, you don't. No, you don't. Yes! That is Stage 6. The level's clear anyway, unless I make a colossal mess up of jumping straight upwards. That final level went by pretty quickly. It was I Want to Be the Love Trap, and, well, that was the final screen. So, what are you expecting? To morph straight into a boss from I Want to Be the Love Trap? You'd think, wouldn't you? We've got a bloody Mega Man type boss rush. Really? Really? I have to ask, why? Did you think that Stage 6 was too easy? And that you had to put, at the moment anyway, 4 bosses on show for people to deal with? Yeah. None of these are pushovers. Well, I don't think so anyway. 2 of them in particular are absolute frigging nightmares. that's probably all for now. I don't care to get into any of these bosses right now. I will save that for another time. So, yeah. See you next time when we'll be taking on at least one of these monstrosities. Until then, cheerio.